Hello again, and thanks for joining us on TVC Midday News. We begin in Abuja, where presidential aspirant and former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, and 6 others have pleaded not guilty to 17 counts of alleged money laundering and diversion of public funds belonging to Imo State. At the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday, counsel to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission asked the court for a trial date to enable them call about 13 to 15 witnesses. For the counsel, Senator Okorocha drew attention of the court to the invasion of his client's residence by the EFCC without a warrant of arrest. Justice Iria gave the EFCC 5 days for the trial to begin from November the 7th through to the 11th this year. Counsel to the senator also moved an application for his bail, which the prosecution opposed. The court adjourned to the 31st of May for hearing on the bail application. Justice Eko also noted that the bail application can be taken tomorrow. Of course, that's to stress the position of Senator Okorocha. Well, let's get more on this developing story, bringing in our correspondent Celestina, Iria, who monitored today's court proceedings. She joins us live now for updates on this high-profile case. Hello, Celestina. So let's begin with the position of the defendant, especially with last week's invasion that led to the ultimate arrest of Senator Okorocha. How did the arguments for and against pan out in court today?
Okay, well, while he tried to move the bail application of his client, Senator Rochas Okorocha, he told the open court that the EFCC invaded the residence of Senator Okorocha without a warrant of arrest, and that not like the EFCC had filed an application before the court for substituted service, because one of the reasons they had given for an invasion was for the fact that they were not able to serve him the charges against him, and they've invited him severally to the commission, and he had failed to turn up. And also for the fact that the court at the last adjournment said today will be the last adjournment it will grant the EFCC if they fail to bring him to court so that he can take his plea. So with all these reasons, that was why they invaded his residence on the 24th of May so they could bring him to court today. But the court said anything that has to do with his bail application will be taken tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be back at the Federal High Court to hear the argument for and against the bill and know how the courts will rule one way or the other.
For a high-profile case of this nature, and from your experience, it probably would have attracted a bit more crowd than usual. Tell us about that as well.
Yes, definitely, Kemi. It attracted a lot of crowd from journalists, friends, families, supporters of Okorocha, and persons who were in court just to witness the proceedings. Considering the fact that the 24th of May, when he was arrested by the EFCC, was supposed to be the day for the screening, as he is a presidential aspirant of the ruling All Progressives Congress. That was one of the reasons he gave, as of last week, he filed an application for his bill, which the court also refused and said that he should put the federal government on notice. And considering the fact that they had granted him administrative bail earlier, that is the EFCC, so it has drawn attention coming from the invasion to his residence, how they have kept him for the past 3 days, and bringing him to court today.
Any idea what his next moves politically might be, seeing as the court sat today, will sit tomorrow, and then will adjourn for trial to fully commence in November?
Okay, well, the senator is within his right to file a bail application, and the court has the discretion to grant or refuse him bail. Before anything can be done as to his political ambition, he needs to first clear the air with the EFCC and the court, which is getting his bail and also perfecting the bail conditions. And after he is granted bail, which we hope is done tomorrow or otherwise, as the court deems fit, on how he's able to defend his case that he needs to be granted bail due to his presidential ambition, then he has much to prove before the delegates to show that these charges before the court, which the EFCC has brought against him, has nothing to do or will not infringe or by any way hinder him performing if he gets the ticket of the APC.
All right, Celestina, we'll see how it pans out. Tomorrow is another day in court for Senator Rochas Okorocha. Celestina, Iria there giving us live updates on today's court proceedings. Thanks again.